Hey everyone, welcome back to Bo Beanie Creates. And today I'm working in Johanna Basford's World of Flowers, and I'm just working on the Sugar Skull page. I'll show you the top of it. Um, I don't really have a big game plan here, so maybe you'll be some good luck and moral support for me. But how I kind of started out is I put a base layer of Tombow, and I just took like one of each orange color and put it down, and then now I'm just working on, getting some shading in here a little bit, and I've got a lot more to do on that. um, so yeah, I'm kind of interesting with that. Sometimes I won't have just this big, sometimes I have a big game plan going into something of, what colors I'm going to use and that type of thing. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just need to kind of slap some color on a page like I did here with the oranges and not overthink it, and then from there it just sort of propels me forward. And I approach each page, I suppose, a little bit differently. I don't know if you guys do that, but it just depends on the mood that I'm in. And the mood I'm in right now is, while I want to color, I just haven't felt particularly inspired. And to be honest, I haven't really got too much done so far this month, and it's already the 9th. I mean, I've got some. I'm not saying that I haven't, but not as much as I normally would. So when I do that, I know that it's time for me just not to overthink things and just to go ahead and get started um, on a page, and don't put too much pressure on myself, and just get it moving, that type of thing. And that's kind of what I'm doing here, is just I think the motion, keeping that motion going, so to speak, is sometimes just what I need. So I'm not gonna fall into a little slump or something. And I'm not saying I'm at that point, but I just really am not as gung ho this month for some reason. And yet I've really enjoyed watching your videos. There's just, I always enjoy those. Who am I kidding? I mean, I could totally throw away, TV and movies and stuff, and just watch, all of you guys on YouTube, and that's what I enjoy. So, I've been doing a lot of that, and some coloring, but not as much as I would like. So I don't know. Boy, this little cadmium orange is tiny. I need to replace that. Go through my little tin of replacements and get that replaced. This is feeling sort of awkward. I guess I could put an extender. Let me grab one real quick, just a sec. All right. Yeah, that might be a little bit better. So all that to say that I don't have a big game plan on this page. I'm just going through the motions, and kind of like the, Dory saying keep on swimming, I'm doing the keep on coloring thing this month, I think. I don't know. So but tons and tons of fall videos, which I have been really getting a kick out of. There's just so many cool books out there, and so many cool plans that people have, and so that's been entertaining to see, what you guys have in store for your next month or three, and so I've really enjoyed that. So that's been cool. It's funny though, as excited as I am for fall, it's just, I know I say this all the time, but it's so hot here. I that it's hard to sort of, transition in between that as much as I want to, because it's just super warm. I'm in Arizona, if you don't know, and yeah, it's southern Arizona, and it's just so dang hot, you know. Um, so there you have it. That's that. Gosh, I did yard work this morning and kind of got a little overheated, so I've got my ice water next to me, you know, to kind of keep myself hydrated. But I got a lot done, and that always feels really good, you know. I'm gonna call this good. I just kind of wanted to mess with that a little bit. I'll do that more off camera. I don't want to bore you with me doing kind of the same old, you know. Um, I would love to know your advice on how would you color sugar skull can't sugar skull teeth, and I suppose I could look that up and see, you know, what would go good with this. Maybe get some ideas on Pinterest or whatever. But I don't know. I don't necessarily want to do yellow because I feel like ew. I don't know. You know. So if you have any ideas, let me know. And then the other thing I wasn't sure about is like these little areas here. Are those should those be like a black or something because they're more holes in the skull? I don't know. Or am I reading too much into it? Yeah, I'm probably reading too much into it because that's kind of how I roll, you know? So welcome, welcome to that train, crazy train, you know? So, okay, so I think I'll work on this part here. Anyway. And I like the way the turquoise came out with that. I think that's kind of a decent fit with the orange. So I was sort of pleased about that. I worked on that last night, and it felt good to make that progress because I just it's been so slow this month. My goodness, slow going this month. Excuse me. And I had fun putting together my how many pumpkins video. That was super fun. I had not as many as most people. I had 80, and you know, it's not a ton or anything like that, but I'll be honest, it's more than I thought I had. So I was sort of pleased with that, and so that wasn't bad, you know. But the thing about going through your collection while you're like looking for those types of completed pages, or you know, completed, in this case, pumpkins, what's cool about that is that I get a chance to revisit my pages, and it's just, I don't know, it's just a nice little jog of the memory. And I don't know if you guys are like this, but when I go back and I look at, you know, pages that I've completed, sometimes it takes me back to that moment, you know, and I can remember what was going on at the time, or um, just different things like that. And so when I look at those, it's like a little mini time capsule or something, and I remember like, oh yeah, this is when we went camping, or this is when, you know, whatever it was that I was doing, and that's always sort of a fun memory. I like going through old books, you know, see how much we've improved, that type of thing. And yeah, and some of those are embarrassing, but you know what? That's okay too. It really is. Now this could be sharpened also. Sorry, guys. Just a hair, just a hair. So I got those new Tan Mitt gel pens, and um, they were recommended by a couple of people. And if you haven't had a chance, Davissa from DJ's Colorful Escape, she did a really nice review of those, and swatching, I think, maybe, I'm trying to remember, and colored a little bit with them, and that's what prompted me to go ahead and get them. um so yeah, they were a good price on Amazon, and I went ahead and ordered those. So I'm thinking some of these smaller bits in here, it might be fun to have those glitter gel pen bits um, added to this page. Those are always fun. Kind of brings the page to life a little bit, I think, you know. So I was excited about that. And the other cool thing about that set is that they came in a case. And I'm all about cases, guys. I love my pencil cases, and I love containers in general. Are you guys like that too? I mean, I don't know. It throughout my house, or especially in my little office back here, my little studio, I love containers. I love organizing, and it's a bit of a problem because I organize and I reorganize and I reorganize, and it's just the way I roll. And I suppose there's worse habits, but yeah, I really get a kick out of doing that. So I had fun with that new case, going through and um, putting things in order and swatching them out, that kind of thing. That was right up my alley. Let me just tell you. So that was super fun. And actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and drag one of those out here. Let me look at my little swatch chart and see what I think might fit there. Um, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and bring in some of the orange down here. So let's do the coral red. I wanted something a little darker, and the coral red looks sort of like an orange. So I think I'm gonna try to find that one in my little case here. So just a quick second while I do that. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, that's so pretty. I really like that. There's something about the little glitter gel pens, and these have, it seems like, more glitter than most glitter pens that I have used in the past. So I've really been enjoying these. Yeah, that's pretty neat looking. Yay! Thank you to Davissa and our friend Jen. Jen loves to color, um, for recommending these, because man, they are pretty nifty. Nifty, that's an old word. Goodness. I'm dating myself, guys. Yeah, I like the look of that. That's pretty. Yay. And then I've just got to watch so that I don't drag my hand through the wet gel pen, because that happens from time to time. Oh my goodness. That's so pretty. I really like that. Very nice. I'm going to move this up a little tiny bit. And these are really smooth too. They glide well, which I always appreciate that in a gel pen. That's sort of the ones that are scratchy and dry and whatnot are not my favorites, you know. These are a pleasure for sure, you know. That's good. Very nice. All right, what else should we do, guys? You know what? I'm going to make an executive decision and I'm going to go ahead. And I feel like these probably should be dark, but I'm going to go ahead and thanks if you were in the background there yelling at me on what to do, you know, yelling out suggestions. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you for that. But I am on a roll with this pen, so I think that's cute. So I think I want to get out some of my spookier Coloring Heaven magazine images and color those this Halloween. Um, they have some. There's one I think it's what is it called? Creatures of the Dark or something like that, and I think that would be a, an enjoyable one to work on and out of the norm. I mean, I tend to do a lot of like the cutesy type of um, Halloween images, and I just think this might be something different, you know. So I think I'll dig some of those out. I don't like horror. I don't remember if I've said that before, but that is not my jam. I don't care for that at all. So let's see here. And I'm looking at my chart here, so is what I'm doing, because I'm thinking maybe I want to go around here and do something. So let's think about that a minute. You know, maybe I'll do a turquoise. So we've got to kind of match the skull itself. So let's do turquoise blue if I can find that one. If I'm able to find that on while I'm filming here would be awesome. Yeah, here we go. And just a little sneak peek at this is what that case looks like. Isn't that cool? I mean, I realize I'm zoomed in, but it's kind of a nice setup. All right. Let's see. Let's do this. And I'm trying really hard to not put my hand in that. So I might have my hand a little bit of at an awkward angle, but that's why, because I'm really trying not to smudge. So I was telling you that I working on a buddy color with Shayna, and I was telling her, I think she was kind of surprised. That's my very first buddy color, guys. I all these years, and I've I've never done a buddy color, so I was just really glad that we set that up, and she has been super fun to sort of hang out with and in chat, you know. And last night we gave each other a little sneak peek of our pictures. We kind of discussed it and debated whether we wanted to do that or not, but we went ahead and threw caution to the wind and went ahead and shared pictures of our progress, and they're pretty simple pictures. It's the Molly Harrison Big Whimsical World book. I've shown that before on my channel, but we're doing a page in there, and so not too much pressure because it's simple. Those pages are simple, but still though it's helped me just sort of propel me forward a little bit while I have been slow in my coloring. So that's one thing I was working on. And the other, oh, we got out of the line a little bit, but we're not going to stress about that too much. Well, I mean, I guess we could stress about it, but let's not, you know. But so I did that, and I worked on an image in the Seasons Coloring Heaven book, and that was fun. I got most of it done, um, but I just sort of, I don't want to say lost interest, but I needed a break from it. Maybe that's a better way to put it. And yeah, so that has been set to the side, and I'll come back to it. I'm not one to have a lot of WIPs out there. I tend to finish what I start pretty much, but it doesn't mean I can't work on a couple things at a time. Like I don't mind doing that. That to me is sort of enjoyable. So yeah, I don't think that's anything to worry about, you know. But I just don't like to have a whole bunch of things outstanding because it I don't know, it just sort of messes with my head. I like things done. If I started, I want to finish it, you know. But anyway, well, that's looking good. You know what? I just like that little bit of something something, I guess. And yet, it's not too much, you know. So that's kind of cool. See, let's see what else I feel like working on, because that's the stage I'm at right now, is what do I feel like. I think, let me set that aside, and I think I'll do a little bit more coloring. I need to decide what I want to do with those, but I don't want to work on those yet because that's still wet. So let's come back over here. Let's see. I think I'll bring some of that purple up here is what I'll do. I think that'll be good. So what are you guys working on? Are you getting lots done, or is it kind of like me and it's a little slow going? And it doesn't matter, you know, really, in the end, it doesn't matter. It's just what we feel like, right? You know, it's our hobby, and you know, it shouldn't really matter if we're getting a lot, if we're busting a move and getting things done, or if we're not. It just really shouldn't matter, you know. Let's see. Let's see if I've got mulberry somewhere close. Yes, I do. And the little bit that I have been coloring has been kind of a Prismacolor type of a month, because I think because I need to just go back to what's comfortable when I don't feel like coloring as much. So that Prismacolor is, it feels like home to me, if that makes sense. It's just something that I really enjoy working with them. They're just a real pleasure, you know. There we go. All right, maybe a little bit darker right in there. So I've been going to a lot of live streams. I have my go-tos on those, of course, but I always enjoy those. I love the camaraderie, the chatting and whatnot, and so that's been a lot of fun. And then you can, with something like that, I don't know if you guys are like this, but I like to listen to slash watch ColorTube while I'm coloring. So that's just it's just a fun group of people in this community to get together on some of those streams and hang out. But yeah, I definitely have a an enjoyable time with that. So kind of sometimes makes me think I'd like to live stream, but I don't know. I think that might be intimidating. All right, I think I may go ahead and call it. I don't like to keep my videos too long. But you know what? We made a little bit of progress and I made some, decisions about about certain things, what colors to make them and whatnot. And I feel like that's going to help me move forward with this page and be able to continue on my own here. So thank you for hanging out with me today. I really did have a good time. And it honestly helped me just to be able to get out a book and work on it, and have some company. You guys are awesome company. So thanks for sticking with me, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.